Lord Captain, Master Helmsman Ravel, at your service. Does the word epitaph mean anything to you? Or perhaps incident N872-04 or tech blight? It all has something to do with Theodora's travels. Rather extraordinary travels at that. Can't say they do, Lord Captain. Doesn't ring any bells. And again, remembering all the places Theodora went is epitaph, incident. We've always had heaps of incidents happening on board, but through my implants I feel at one with this ship, and I sense that, and I don't know when it happened exactly, it started behaving differently, became more responsive, livelier. Yes, livelier is exactly the word, and when you said epitaph and incident, it just dawned on me. Pardon my bungled report, Lord Captain. That's all I've got to say on that front. Lord Captain? Alright, Argento, what do you have to say about it?
Lord Captain, your presence is welcome. And I wish to apologize for my prior coldness. After our first meeting, I was concerned that you would turn out to be another faithless offshoot of the von Valancius dynasty, like the traitor Conrad. But now I see before me a worthy leader and servant of the Imperium. I am glad to accompany you in your endeavors.
Is that it?
If such is the rogue trader's wish, although there isn't much I can tell, I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to know? It is my pleasure to be candid.
Is that it? Oh no, it wasn't her I was supposed to talk to. Who the fuck was I supposed to talk to? Adira. Ravor. Who the hell else? Abelard? Maybe it was Abelard. Damn it, where's Idira on this freaking ship? Idira, where are you? Abelard, you got any information about this thing? Do the words epitaph, incident N872-04, or tech blight mean anything to you? They're connected to Theodora somehow.
No, definitely not. No, I don't recall anything like that. Lord Captain.
Okay. So far, really no information coming out of it. Where the fuck? Ooh. I could have sworn she was around here somewhere. Is that you?
It was just my nerves playing up. Something about our little saint doesn't sit right with me, and I trust my gut. After that conversation, I tried to listen to what was being said about her. Beyond the door, what I heard was strange. Blood in her past, twilight in her present, and something like a star leading her. But where is it leading her? I saw several roads, and all of them frightened me. If I knew, I would have told you. Hearing things clearly requires cooperation from the other person you know. But that cobra just hisses and spits its venom at me. I don't trust her one bit. It certainly wouldn't hurt. I'll keep a watch on her too. Ugh, if only I knew what it meant. Maybe it means danger for her.
Epitaph,
Or maybe danger
incident
coming from her.
N872-04, tech blight. Do these words mean anything to you? Perhaps your abilities can tell you something.
They mean nothing to me. They're just words. A whisper. So quiet, I barely caught it. Like a feather landing on a pile of down. Something about damned ambitions, antiquity, terrible antiquity, and chance. Chance through it all. Oh, now I have a headache. And the stupid bloody whisper wasn't much help.
Can you recall anything unusual about Theodore's travels? Do the words Epitaph, Incident N872-04, or Tech Blight ring a bell? None of them sound familiar. Incident girl coming across the oranges several times. It was repeated by 4 engines here. Perished. Incident something by my paranormal. At some point in the past, the entire ship was hit by a massive system failure. System stopped for 1/5 of a second. Most of the crew was likely more of the time did not notice anything, but tech priests are sensitive to such things. That's all I can tell you. Hello, no most welcome your visit. What have you been doing, Nomos? Studying and observing, helping the ship when we can. So many mechanisms, they would have suffered without our input. Let's see. What about the research notes on the tech blight that we obtained from the cache from Kiavagema? This name is also known to us. It is related to Nomos, although we do not understand how. Incident N872-04 was a ship-wide system failure of some kind. It and Epitaph had something to do with the ship flying better. The incident marked the beginning of us. The ship became better because of us too. These are all links in the same chain, but we cannot piece them together yet. Strangely unaware of Incident and Epitaph. External influence. Perhaps someone purged their memory archives, or perhaps they simply do not want to access them. It is a shame that no new information was obtained, but Nomos are grateful that you tried. I must take my leave. My greetings to the member of the Holy Inquisition. Oh God, Calcazar is here. My greetings to you, esteemed Kratos von Valancius. May shadows never darken the light of the Astronomicon that guides you. Glory to the von Valancius heir. Enjoy the party. This evening will certainly be illuminating. I am ready to accept your congratulations. In that case, allow me to be the first to offer them. My soldiers took this splendid trophy from the body of one of the Xenos commanders. The weapon is too beautiful and forbidden for anyone but your lordship. Severed hand? What the hell? Your lordship, House Sourback anticipates the onset of unsettled and bloody times. To make the ungodly Xenos cower at your approach, my family humbly presents you with a dozen pieces of secondary armament for your ship. House Gaprak is delighted to present you this blessed work of the Omnissiah's smiths. May this locator matrix, which took the holy artisan an entire lifetime to create, always show you the right path. Your lordship, House Viserion possesses no relics worthy of your acceptance, but we are rich in talented and hard-working people. As a sign of our loyalty, I humbly offer you my flesh and blood. 100 of my kin will go to colonies in your protectorate and use all their talents so that the worlds in your charge may prosper. Alright, well, what were you discussing just now? We're talking about the raid. So much damage. Thank the Emperor that you are our protector. If it weren't for you, the cursed invaders would have obliterated the whole planet. Sharing the sector with the blasted Xenos is impossible. I hope we respond to their raid on Dargonis with a punitive campaign. Young Abelard's young relative. What is your name? Your lordship. Allow me to introduce the daughter of Chancellor Clementia Versurian and my great-granddaughter, Astacia. Nice. I'm delighted to witness you, your lordship. Enjoy the evening. Alright, speak. Oh, here's Winter Skill. Kratos, there you are. Welcome to the circle where each member is as powerful, ambitious, greedy, and vain as the last. That is to say, the noble rogue traders. Yes, you have found yourself suitable company, Kaligos. At the very least, now you can enjoy idle diversions, boast about your power, and indulge in profane pastimes with one who is your equal rather than a member of the lower classes. Let's see, who we got here? Welcome to Dargonis, friends. Friends, eh? Would you look at that, Incendia? Now you have a whole friend. I will think twice before calling an individual of questionable purity my friend. Kaligos, thank you for your visit. I should be thanking you. I was almost certain that we'd use my difficulties on Footfall as a means to bring that devious weasel Vladame to heel and take the station for your own. It's what any rogue trader would have done, but you have proved yourself to be less predictable than that. Well then, since you have turned out to be a pleasant surprise and stopped Incendia from snatching my possessions, I should reward you. Take this grim weapon. It performs superbly in battles against Xenos, and it helped me acquire the more substantial gift I have brought. Thwarting Incendia Chorda's ambitions deserves a worthy trophy. It's a trophy from a good hunt. You and I should hunt together sometime, so you can show yourself in action, new blood. Thank you, Kaligos. Kill someone important with it. That would be the best show of gratitude. Incendia, you seem to find me objectionable. Did you expect any different? I watched for years as outlaws thrived on Footfall, and then at long last I had a chance to put an end to it, to seize that thug Vladame by the throat, to force Footfall to atone and put the fear of him back into the masses. But you interfered and destroyed my plan for the sake of banal profit. Theodora taught you only too well, it seems. She too was far less concerned with her duty to the Expanse than her own personal interests. But you can be sure that I will not cease cleansing the furibundus system of the pirate scourge, and if your trade prospects are damaged in the process, you will have only yourself to blame. None are without fault, noble Incendia. What point is there in targeting someone for their turpitude when true purity can never be found? You threatened to starve Footfall, I brought them salvation. So which one of us serves the Emperor and which their own unhealthy ambitions? Please, I will believe it no sooner than hearing word that half the population of that den of heresy has been sent into the void's embrace. I have faith that the blessed Kratos is perceptive enough to see the appalling nature of the residents of that depraved place. I thank you for your visit, Incendia. It will not be a long one, I assure you. Enjoy the evening. I must take my leave. Oh, believe me, I intend to enjoy myself to the full, to justify so long a voyage, if nothing else. Keep the faith, Kratos. The Emperor protects. Pascal's over here. What you want? Extending congratulations to Unit Kratos von Valancius on attaining your new legal status. What is this servitor? It is Nomos' new repository. Nomos, this unit identifies as Kratos von Valancius. Two-way identification complete. We are Nomos. We have made use of this receptacle to leave the ship. Greetings, Nomos. We enjoy greetings. We enjoy communication. Nomos require communication, knowledge, movement. Magos Pascal compelled us not to speak with anyone other than him or you. It is disappointing, but at least we can observe. Nomos have changed since we last spoke with you, Kratos. We are now able to conceptualize our previous experience, that of solitude, and we no longer enjoy it. Nomos, what do you think you are? Nomos are consciousness, awareness, knowledge, movement, always movement. We do not know what we are. We have no past. We awakened in the depths of the ship upon answering a call. Our first clear memory is the call of your blood, Kratos von Valancius, the call and the plea for help, near a place that is called the Warrant Chamber. Pascal, I believe you intended to investigate what Nomos is. Every 15 watches I commune with Nomos' code and spend prescribed lengths of time in calculus meditation. However, the Omnissiah has yet to bless me with an answer. All I can say is that the capabilities of the entity Nomos are extraordinary. The ship's hallowed systems sing beneath its touch. Nodes that have remained dead for hundreds of standard years are revivified. The long-drained mechanisms live anew. Nomos are trying. Great machines of the Imperium, one such as your ship. How is a machine spirit so complex and willful that it is difficult to tell them apart from abominable intelligence? There remains a possibility that Nomos is an entity of corruption, but with every day I grow stronger in my faith that it is not so. That what we are witnessing is in truth the Omnissiah's miracle, one that is category 5 or higher. Why have you brought it here, Pascal? Nomos asked permission for this visit. My objective was to observe the process of integration into a servitor. We wanted to see, observe, cognize, speak. We want to speak with you. Will you speak with us? Of course. What do you want to speak about? Many things, happenings, events, decisions. We have been observing you. You do things that we do not understand. We want to learn why. We remember the day when we first met you. You gave us your blood to drink. We helped you save yourself. We followed you. Our small part did inside the servo skull. Then there was fire, and a creature of sated hunger and dark light standing behind the curtain, behind the image, behind the semblance of Theodora. It called you to follow. You did not follow that which was calling from behind the curtain. You walked into the fire, and the rest walked in after you. You remember the day when the star disappeared, when the dark light and the sated hunger wanted to take the world. Rykad Minoris was its name in the ship's data. You ordered that the human shells on the world be saved, even though the dark light was coming closer and could have consumed both the ship and Rykad Minoris. We remember another day. We awakened inside the ship. We lived in its systems. Then we tried to emerge into servitors like this one, and so many of our receptacles were gathered in one place. You ordered to have them killed. You felt sad. This is what we have seen. Among many other things, we have begun to understand. We think that we do not know everything about humans and about you, Kratos von Valancius. We have tried analyzing shells and defining sets of their needs and fears, their simple functions, but now we think that there is more, that there is another side that we do not see, a notion that is larger than that we can compute, something that stands above fears and needs, something that drives them. We envisage this larger notion as a light, a web of light that connects humans. It may seem almost invisible, ephemeral, but it grows stronger when they are threatened. This web is always on your mind. When darkness comes, you want every thread that extends from you to shine bright, so that those who follow do not lose their way. Whenever a thread breaks, it saddens you. Do Nomos understand correctly? Yes, you do understand. Every thread that connects people, every life, their value is beyond measure. There is no greater reward than guiding others to salvation when all that surrounds us is darkness. We knew we could understand you. Light and movement, connections and help. We are enjoying this, perhaps because we too are connected to you, through blood, through life. Thank you for speaking with us. Nomos are grateful. We cannot continue moving on our own. Alright, it was a long goddamn robot conversation. I think we're done here. Sir, spoke to the weird servitor. Turned out it was my ship. Yes, please escort me to my chambers. What the hell are you doing in my chambers?
God! Intruder!
Quiet. Time to sleep.
We need to talk in private. We have matters to discuss, von Valancius.
Cool, I don't have to voice him this time. Let's see. If the Inquisition wishes to have a talk with me, I am glad to be at its service.
A commendable openness to cooperation. It will be taken into account. Master Van Kellox has spent enough time with you. He will vouch for your words. What stands out from your recent accomplishments is the suppression of a rebellion on Janus, the battle against the archenemy's minions on Kiava Gamma, and, of course, the unusual interest the Drakari have shown in you. Then that is what we will discuss.
Alright, what do I want to tell him? Alright. What do you wish to know about the events on, what would you call it, Janus? What the hell?
Oh, I know it already. Even though you were quite effective at removing all evidence that could point to the blunder made by House von Valancius, it is saddening to realize that the rogue trader's connivance allowed a heretic who had been fostering a cult for years to come to power.
Let's see. Theodora was the one who appointed Vistenza. What does it have to do with me?
As my colleagues like to say, innocence proves nothing. You have inherited not just Theodora's glory and wealth, but her mistakes as well.
Let's see. Vistenza's misdeeds are a stain upon my dynasty's honor, I admit it.
Your humility is heartening. Rest assured, it will be noted during the investigation of your lamentable oversight.
If you knew what was happening on Janus, why didn't you intervene yourself?
I cannot satisfy your curiosity without disclosing information of the utmost secrecy. I will say only this. We had the situation under control. There is a tangled knot of perilous events in progress in the Coronis expanse. Plucking even one thread must be performed with great precision and caution, without any room for error.
Seems like I'm just making a whole mess of this dude's plans then.
Because you do not want to know the price of such an error, or what forms it might take.
What question could you have for me about Kiava Gamma?
Places touched by chaos must be purged with fire and condemned to oblivion. Kiava Gamma should have been bombed to dust and pronounced a forbidden world. However, you decided otherwise and restored the colony's operation. And you didn't even go to the trouble of hiding the traces of the neglect committed by your dynasty. After all, it was House von Valancius that gave Cubis Delphin so much freedom that he sank into seditious heresy. What was your rationale?
Well, my protectorate is a complex mechanism. I wasn't willing to put its performance at risk because of some paranoid fears.
Your protectorate is a living body, and you have left in it a splinter that might eventually fester. Consider the scale of the amputations that could come of it. I hope you realize that we're talking about more than the fate of some colony. I care not for a single planet, however profitable and populous. But should corruption raise its head again on Kiava Gamma and try to spread, I will burn it away. And you will be guilty of criminal negligence.
Sounds a lot like some personal trauma here. What the hell? Pretty sure you were on Theodora's backside, so what do you hate me so much for?
And the machine? You destroyed it. Why? So much invaluable data lost. In Master Van Kellogg's dispatch, he reported that he made you well aware of how important that data was, and he clearly requested that you not interfere in the investigation.
I mean, there's a giant machine that sucks people's fucking souls for energy, and you're asking me why I destroyed it, so... Well, the machine held dark and dangerous knowledge. If anyone had laid their hands on that foulness, it would have caused nothing but harm.
You consider yourself more competent to assess this risk than myself or Master Van Kellogg's? A curious assertion.
The Drukhari have shown an interest in me? Are you referring to my ruined capital?
Yes, yes. The enmity between you is a known fact. But there is another way to look at it. On Veabos 6, you met the Archon of a mighty cabal, whose presence there seems strange to begin with, and lived. You subsequently encountered a number of her closest henchmen. Yet, again, you survived. Your capital fell victim to a nefarious attack, but even this time, their daggers missed your heart. Such remarkable luck. To be a personal enemy of such an influential Xenos, to have been attacked so many times and yet make it out alive. So remarkable that one has to wonder, am I watching a spectacle? Could all these thrilling massacres be an alibi of sorts, meant to establish you once and for all as an enemy of the Xenos and never their ally or even their agent?
Let's see. Waging a war to the death, most are being plundered and desolated, that brands me nauseous. I admit no guilt, but I agree that it does seem suspicious.
At least you're not denying the obvious. That's a good start. Just remember, should you wish to repent, I will accept your confession with as much lenience as I accepted your words just now.
I answered all your questions.
Far from it, my dear. The questions are manifold. How did you manage to survive the battle that claimed the life of Theodora, who was so much more experienced and skilled than you? Is it a coincidence
Argento, I have
that
to answer
you
that
and
one.
you alone then made it out of the trap on Rycat Minoris? How much truth is there in the rumors being spread by the heretic Kunrad Voitvir about you?
Actually, could you tell me what he's been saying?
Why did you choose to ignore the warning of a member of the Inquisition that a protracted sojourn near the dying Rycat Minoris could bring corruption down upon your ship? Were you driven by your concern for the people or forbidden interest? The very existence of these questions would have made many of my colleagues doubt the quality of your character, but it won't in this case. Your transgressions are sufficient grounds to bring you before the Inquisition's judgment. And believe me when I say that if you fail to draw certain conclusions from my words, this is what will eventually happen. But for now, I am willing to show leniency, which is rather uncharacteristic of me. I hope you appreciate the generosity of this offer, as your predecessor once did.
Theodora cooperated with you?
And benefited greatly from it. The world's power is not without limit, and neither is the protection it provides. All those mysterious expeditions, dubious experiments, collections of xenotech oddities are dangerous pastimes. It takes more than the Emperor's permission to pursue them without consequences. One must also make sure I am not displeased by it. Let me demonstrate how it works. In your retinue, there is a psyker who is yet to receive Terra's sanction, which, as we both know, is a grave threat and a blasphemy to the laws of the Imperium. I am aware of this secret, but I'm not displeased in the slightest. And so she lives on, your handy psyker, Idira Tlass.
I mean, I inherited her from Theodora as well. Again, what's your problem, dude? Alright, what kind of deal are we talking about?
I make no deals, and Emperor forbid that I give you orders. That would mean infringing on your privileges. I'm merely offering well-meaning recommendations and expecting that when the Expanse finds itself in danger, you will break away from your own affairs to heed them.
Pretty sure the Expanse being in danger is my affair.
As proof of the seriousness of my hopes for you, I can assign Heinrichs as your escort. He is my best agent, and I would not offer his company to anyone but my most trusted ally. Then Master Van Kellogg's will remain in place. It puts me at ease to know that there is someone to watch over you.
I consider it an honor to accompany you.
My favor takes other forms as well. I seem to remember that your exalted aristocrats presented you with many gifts. It would be rude of me not to follow suit.
By suit, does that mean you can give me power
Please
armor?
accept this gift as a sign of my favor. In an hour of need, give it to any faithful servant of the Emperor, and the Inquisition will come to your aid. The color indicates how close the bearer is to the Lord Inquisitor. White is beautiful, yet vulnerable. It stains as easily as one can lose the Inquisition's trust. Do all you can to preserve it.
On behalf of my house, I, Kratos von Valancius, hereby promise and guarantee to offer the Inquisition any assistance it may require. The Emperor protects.
I am glad to hear it. Your oath has been heard and added to the record. Here is where we part. My shuttle is waiting. It is time for me to return to my watch, for you to sleep. and for your servant to wake up. Until next we meet.
Well, you will obviously want to discuss what just happened. But not now, I presume. Right now, it will be better for you to rest and think on the Lord Inquisitor's words in private. I bid you good night, rogue trader.
Well, isn't that sweet? Oh, shit.
The rise of the rogue trader heir restored a tenuous equilibrium to the Fon Valancius Protectorate. For a time, threats subsided, activity returned to trade routes, and reclaimed worlds began to heal. The new Lord Captain's subjects praised the God Emperor and their leader wholeheartedly. For none knew what fate might await them.
First few hours of morning listening to the factotum's lengthy report. Outside the windows you can hear sounds of Dargonis being preoccupied with the Fez Protectorate. Clementia, thank you for your report, High Factotum. Your work is appreciated, both by everyone and the Administratum. Your Lordship, we are almost done here. We just need to go over the final items on today's agenda. Boo boo boo. Oh my god, I have to read shit. Okay. Truly the God Emperor has blessed me with diligent subjects. Speak. Holy hell. Number of ships were commandeered by Lord Calcazar and they're being scrambled on football. The reports claim that Sea Master delivered capital wars toward Interscale. Lord Inquisitor called arms may smother the conflict that is brewing between the two dynasties or see increasing number of skirmishes between their ships and neutral systems. Do not doubt that her ladyship Chorda will attempt to sway the Lord Inquisitor to her side. Especially since Winterscale's luck seems to be running out, riots have broken out in several worlds, and he showed no intention of quelling them. Instead, the rogue trader inflicted brutal punishment upon one of his oldest colonies, Vesuvius Secundus. Based on allegations of seditious sentiment, oddly enough, our agents were unable to find proof among the populace. I'll let you know, your lordship. Your pet Xenos, Idiot, I believe, is seeking a meeting with you. Rogue Trader's Palace. I would never presume to be able to read the emotions, but the Adari appeared perturbed, believed she mentioned a void ship of some sort. Maybe best if she told you everything directly. Oh. And Danrock to take our leave. Perhaps less stress serves well with trading. Your lordship stay under guns has been rather long. However, particularly enjoying relative stability. No longer demands our involvement. Sweet. They don't need me anymore. I've been a good boy.
We shall strike down all who stand in our way.
We got 5 ships. We got 2 in front of me. Holy hell, they're all Hidari people. Holy shit. Hidari something or other. So we got 4 little ships. Oh my, all my ultimates are ready.
Lock on and launch. Send our enemies to the void. Bring doom to our enemies. Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
That's 63 on that last hit. This deal massive damage. Let's get him out of here before something bad happens.
No
Flip.
mercy for the enemies of humanity.
I'm gonna have something fantastic for them, but then... Yeah, that should work.
Bring doom to our enemies. Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
So now if I do this... Come over here.
Deliver their demise. Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
Got him.
Deliver their demise. Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
Did it.
Got them.
I don't think I took all that much damage that time. So that's good. Lord Captain, according to our telemetry, we have arrived at the coordinates you specified. The augurs do not register any activity on the surface of the local planets, biological or otherwise, but maybe the Xenos are using their arcane technology to conceal their presence. Despite this, the augur crew managed to locate a faint signal at the system's edge. According to their data, it is coming from an unidentified vessel drifting in the orbit of a local gas giant. My kin could have been faced with a new threat, scavengers like pirates or something worse, if they were taken prisoner. I am begging you, Elantok, let us go to the shuttle. I can feel the thread of fate as frayed and is about to snap. I cannot miss what may be the only chance to solve the mystery behind the disappearance of my home.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Your lordship, rogue traitor, what brings you to our humble ship? Stop shivering like a leaf in the wind, monkey. Answer me. Have you seen others like me in this system? If you have, tell me where, when, and under what circumstances your paths crossed and diverged afterward. A whirlwind of orange and blue torments their souls. Can you not feel its gusts in the air all around us? Its hues are terrifying indeed. I have seen people like this before, afraid of their own shadow. More than that, I have turned my underlings into this. He has been tortured. Red, where are you going? Where are you going? There is no path. You only think there is. You only think. Who are you? How do you know that I am a rogue trader? What are you so afraid of? Pain. There's no path. Red. There's only marsh and underneath it. Rings. Black dragon rings. They have already encircled and broken you. They're encircling. Emperor, forgive me.
into our snares.
Rogue Trader. A long-awaited meeting indeed. I'm kidding. No! What have you done? Are you dissatisfied, my kid? I promised that you would have your precious craft world survivors, and so you will. I will take you to them. I might even be there to witness your jubilant reunion. Damn you. I will strangle you both myself. That seems unlikely, Monkey. Both of your fates are now mine to decide. Bring in the injectors. Monkey, I promised to Terventius are among them. I do not want these wretches to move an inch until they are in the hands of the Arch Machinator. As for you, you will have your share of paralyzing dreams too, but I am going to keep you. You're far too precious to be surrendered to a madman playing with fire. You will rue crossing me again. You disappoint me, Monkey. I have heard the pleas of millions and the curses of billions. You can do better. Are you enjoying the sensation? I had this poison made for you. Who could have thought that a monkey would one day earn such an honor, a special gift from a Drakon? But you're suffering. I knew the taste would be exquisite were I to add a touch of the Drukhari's talent for extracting anguish. However, there will be time for that later. No matter how I wish to play with you all, one after another, I need you for a purpose, Rogue Trader. Kimura awaits you, all of you. Mandrakes, take them. Leave none behind. This is it, everybody. Chapter 3 is officially begun. Oh. No words, damn it. You are awake, monkey. Our toxin masters spared no efforts to drag you out of the induced dream. I must commend the Nightmare Weavers. The emanations of fear you exuded in your delirium are worthy of the highest praise. However, it is time to finish what you were brought here for. It is time to work for the good of the Cabal, Rogue Trader. Where are the others? What have you done to them? I do not know, Rogue Trader. Perhaps they are exuding suffering in one of the choirs of pain and torment. Perhaps they are rotting in one of the vats on the tiers below. I care little for their fate. As for your little friend from the craft world, oh, you are going to meet her soon. I bet you cannot wait to look into the eyes of the one who brought you to me, can you? Burn in the Emperor's scorching light, you filthy Xenos. It looks like you have acquired a taste for pain, monkey. Have it your way then. Resist the inevitable and know a new facet of suffering. Disgusting.
You have disappointed us, Rogue Trader von Valancius.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs. What do you have to say for yourself, Spectre?
You are accused of consorting with Xenos, betraying the Imperium, and neglecting the interests of humankind.
That's bullshit. And you know it. Punk ass.
The Tribunal is waiting for your explanations. Come closer.
Here comes our principal witness, the rogue trader himself. If the presented evidence was not enough to convince you, his testimony will conclude this confusing case, full of oath-breaking, lies, and heresy. You drag this boy into this trial and now expect someone will lend an ear to a lowly heretic's testimony? I thought better of you, Interrogator Van Calix. I was so very wrong. Enough. Let him speak. The sooner this business is concluded, the better. What's your fat ass doing in my freaking chair? She didn't mind the powers that want to trade. Theodora, more allow herself only collaborate. Xenos plunger in time to including current road trader went out of her way to prevent you from me personally maintaining order. Trader meant to fraternize and Xenos serving as puppet, rejecting out of blessed life and satisfied with desire to bait profit. How's it gone? What's the here? Here's your intercourse too. Everything's wrong here, dude. Everything is wrong. Die, do say. But who are you talking to if I did? Get one simple truth into your empty head. Your role in these events is negligible. You shall think me the Emperor on the golden throne if I so choose, and think me dead if it strikes my fancy. Well, this is not what matters right now. Slowing in direction makes me sick. Why must I speak to the filth? Excuse me, could you not poke me while I'm having a trial in my dreams? Rogue trader, are you alright? Or was your heretical association with Xenos so disruptive that you lost your mind? It was amusing, but the joke has outstayed its welcome. This heretic is dancing to your tune, his word against mine. You had lost before you even sheathed your blade, Heinrichs. You need not worry, dear Lord Captain. It was not my intention to bring up unsupported claims. The rogue trader has often been accompanied by a Xenos companion, and though the warrant of trade does allow one to grant sanction to individual specimens, what is this if not a confirmation of the von Valancius family's loyalty to the enemies of humanity? Tries to Drakari, different subspecies of Dari, it's obvious, playing Drakari, if not other Drakari, but it was always in a location, there's Drakari raid. Not for certain where they were going straight. And still giving his blessing, but they were saying, trial. What the hell? I have no fucking clue. I confess to collaborating with Xenos. That's not what I said. Sometimes your partner uses what happened to the rogue trader late through usually undermine staining the Imperium expanse. Probably was another true intention. Alright, the rogue trader claims he's been waging war against Shikari, except was it really war? Another stage performance. How does my Shikari to his worlds and uses string resource so chaos and expanse? Gain leverage over his rivals. You mean lay victim while working with those who rob your neighbor blind, ever that words pay tribute. How much did you profit from this, rogue trader? Did you think I would not uncover? You son of a bitch. You're making this shit up. Rogue trader, you are destroying your only chance to make yourself useful to the Inquisition and me personally. Do not tempt fate. Really saying your world of Drakari was not a hoax? Then how did you and your foolish subjects know the coordinates of the enemy ships every time? How did you know their targets? Do you think your expert on all things Xenos was shrewd enough to divine, carefully devised plan of the Cabal's finest? No, only other Drakari could do that, and even then, only a few. This means you were in collusion with them. Bull-headed stubbornness does not befit a man of pedigree, rogue trader. I will summon another witness. Everyone will find interesting. Also desires my speech will run like a river, wash away your doubts, found a shard in my home. Entire craft will vanish among the stars, the only clue to its fate resting in the hands of this monkey. Is one man suspect he has something to do with misfortune that had befallen my Krudaruk. Do not be deceived by his breed. There's a cunning predator lurking behind the flirting, fragile butterfly wings. The monkey before you is a bizarre amalgamation of qualities not usually inherent in his feeble species. He has mastered the mysteries of many of this world's cultures, seekers of the universe and ancient artifacts, fine art of war, interest in deceit. I learned part in a single monkey, however hard it may be believed. However, the thread that bound our paths broke the moment I realized the monkey's involvement in the disappearance of my home. To flee the rogue trader. Tracked down, eliminated his chief tracker, who has pursued our kin as part of the accident for many years, and necessary inclemency before this court. I'm sorry, what now? Huh? I have no idea. Did not vanish. You helped him disappear. Aging hours impending threat is useless. Enough evidence to hope no one is harboring any doubts of the guilt of Avalon's dynasty. Let's allow the rogue trader to say his final word. He hasn't been fighting when all this time. Knows there were many cat's paw. I'm sure that makes sense of what's going on here. Alright, welcome. Good monkey. Enough. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time, man. Hey dude, you wanna fight? You and me one-on-one. The weakness of your subjects is an insult to the Council of Archons and the Supreme Overlord of Komorra himself, Yemerus. Instead of fighting and ripping what they are owed from Destiny's hands by force, they dare to crawl into the Dark Palace, begging for favors. Let's see, I'm gonna look at Marja. He's a little bitch. Clutches the blade, vicious female, sumptuous armor. Alright, listen to the conversation. Oh, yearly, let's hear what's she doing. Yearly absorbs every word. Singing pain. Full attention. Yearly shrinks on her hungry, stares at those around her. With the greatest respect, mighty Nazrakai, Archon of the Cabal of the Black Heart, first among the chosen, voice of the Overlord of the Dark City, bringer of demise, conqueror of 100 worlds. The Council of Archons has heard enough platitudes, Drakan Marajai, and no longer wishes to... Someone shit their pants? Oh, this is the fucking wizard. Of vitriol verbose, the cut and thrust keep time with fate's own machinations grave, but whose deft footwork leads to naught but dust. While from its brutal finish none can save this play, the puppet master granted me through murky stalls a path obligingly. The puppet master has Vect himself invited you to this chamber? No matter. You may be our guest, Arabenian, but you are merely a spectator in this performance, and spectators do not belong on the stage, as you undoubtedly know. Do not interfere. A shadow in the shadows will I be. Got 45%. I did it. Bright Motley, auto suit. Cool, just got some XP. Burn all of you. Archon shall see me out of your mask. Listen to the conversation. Okay. How does the Archon intend to pay for Cabal's blatant disrespect? I'm waiting for your reply, Yemerus, and my patience is growing thinner with each breath you take. I humbly bow before the Council of Archons and apologize for this outburst on behalf of the Cabal. Allow me to prove my respect to you with the humble gift. The Drakon of the Cabal, the Reaving Tempest himself, and his amusing monkey plaything with their entourage of hapless freaks, will enter your arenas and fight the best warriors for the crowd's amusement. Kamora accepts your gift, Yimmerus. But what should I do? For Marajai is the first among your blades. Should I cast him out of the palace and condemn to disgrace? Or should I be merciful and allow him to leave the chamber on his own? I think I know who will make this difficult decision. A creature whose mewling the Council of Archons was meant to heed. Is this not right, Marajai? You will receive what you have been longing for. It will be the Monkey who decides your fate. Marajai was a worthy opponent. Let him go to the arena himself. Silence, Monkey! You can choke on your pity. I have no need of it. The Monkey has chosen your fate, Marajai. Let this be a lesson to you. Lay down your weapon, follow the guards, and may the pity of a lesser being serve as a mark of disgrace, far worse than the wrath of the Archons. Go! Let us return to you, Yimmerus. And all the masks upon their marks now stand. The slave of vanity the spire ascends, the thief and traitor cast downward by her hand. Unbeknownst to all, their fate depends upon a lead unseen, a player green. Is this how you treat the hospitality of Kamora Arabenian? I thought your words were worth more. You insult me by interrupting the trial again. You, Archon, speak a just rebuke. In truth, fate's melodies and snarls fantastic have entrapped me here, and when I heard them play, I could not keep my lips from grinning wide. Here comes the hour for shadows to retreat, to where the curtain waits to rise. The laugh with no beginning now sends forth the call. Oh. Away, you vulture. This is not your prey. This phantasmagoria retreat and deftly seize my merchant vagabond. The puppet master's strings left dangling. Again, rise up to take your place and dance. Help! Your legs require direction, merchant mine, therefore address your pleas to them, not me. Their thirst for dancing may yet spur them on. Feel my body. Ow. Where am I? Among the shadows and the wings you lie, where taut are pulled the puppet master's strings. My companions, where are they? Not here. The roles have been decided now, but if you play your part, perhaps the plot will draw you back together, or to doom. This overture in verse, the final lines. The merchant's time to tread the boards has come. Embark you now upon your pilgrimage and take my parting gift, a humble prop. By the Emperor.
Let us walk this path to the end.